Hey everybody, this is Peter Palmiotti and this is Making Comics episode 223, The Challenges. Let me do a few things first. Alright. I got an extreme close-up on this. Okay, so this is a cover I'm doing. Let me go out a bit. Always remember, subscribe, like, comment, and watch. Keep watching. Because I got to get up to 4,000 watch hours and support the channel on Patreon. Go to patreon.com/PeterRoniani. And Alison's still dealing with medical stuff, so she won't be here. But this is the cheap version of StreamYard because I got to make money. And right now, this is my last paying gig, and I got to get this off my desk anyway. Something I want to point out is why I had it in extreme close-up. So it's a really beautiful cover. Let me see if I could find an example. Here, where am I? Okay, so and the challenges aren't artistic. I'll get into that in a second. But there's a lot of black on this cover all around. And it just all bleeds into each other. And I could ink it straight and let it all bleed into each other. But it's not like, I guess it would look fine, but I don't want to lose some of what's on the cover. So usually what I do is a lot of halos around some stuff. So it's a matter of figuring out what exactly to halo. Because okay, for example, like her hair is mostly black, and it's the background behind it is black. So something's got to be white to separate it. And yeah, so I'm just like sort of messing around with it. I've done some line work to get started, a bunch more down here. Yeah, I was just hanging out with my friend Randy Bishop. We're going to be doing Heroes Con next month, 24th to the 26th, out in Virginia. And yeah, so I gotta work on his book, Hawk in New York, and I gotta work on Designated, the graphic novel. And the challenges is life and everything. So who's in the chat? Let's go see. Since I really didn't promote this. The Creator's Outlet. Welcome, sir. Hell. Yeah, so I'm not working on a schedule per se. I was doing like 4:00 in the afternoons, but we're going to have a heat wave here. And 4:00 is when it's the worst. The heat really comes in through my living room, technically in my studio. And so I don't want to be streaming at 4:00. Now I do have AC, but I also like to hear myself talk so I can make sense of what I'm saying. But I got some running around to do. I gotta go shopping. I got laundry. Be doing all that fun stuff as the day gets warmer. But that's okay. It's like I'd rather do chores in the heat than work in the heat. I tend to work earlier or later, um, even with the AC. Because I like, it's like even if I have a video playing or a podcast or something, I like to be able to hear it and tired of wearing headphones. But yeah, this cover is for American Alchemist. This is the last of 6 covers I'm doing for that book. I believe he's using 3 of them for book 1, then 3 for book 2, or something to that effect. I'll also be inking a story for it, but that will be for book 2. So at some point, people will see, crowdfunding for book 1 will be happening this year. Hey, Kenny Calderon. Welcome, buddy. Good to see you here. How's it going? What's everybody working on? Promote your stuff. So yeah, I'll be here for about an hour. Just knocking out some lines today. I want to stream more. So I'll be doing that. Yeah, mostly I'm going to be working on the graphic novel. I'm just taking a break from that today. Finish this cover either today or tomorrow, depending on how much time my chores consume me. I got half my cats outside, half my cats locked away in the bathroom at the moment. So no distractions from them during the stream. But yeah, so me and Randy were chit-chatting, making progress on issue 7 of Hawk in New York. He's pricing out some printers. And he'll come on. I asked him if he wanted to come on today, but he's got calls to make. Going well, can't complain. I'm doing the same thing you are doing right now. Awesome. So at some point I'll have Brandy come on. I do have a guest on the 11th, something I set up, I think it's 2 months ago. So there's a new kid on the block crowdfunding his newest book. And I will have all the details to that when I set up the stream. It's life. Life has been a series of challenges and events, and just trying to get through this month. At some point I'm gonna get enough work done where I can relax a bit. I don't know when exactly that will be, but I'm working towards it. I got bills to pay and projects to get out, crowdfunders coming up, but once we get to the crowdfunding stage, things will be easier. Yeah, man. Kenny says, I want to stream more too. The challenge is scheduling. Always. I'm taking it upon myself to finish a lot of books this year. So my schedule has been nuts. I know you're always busy, Kenny. And I'll have to get you on my channel as well to promote what you're working on and yourself. Always liked your work. You're hardworking as well. But yeah, I look forward to having some real breaks. I want to get my foster cats into their homes. I want to really clean and organize the studio. It always seems to get out of hand. I got like tons of packages I want to mail out, and you got to make money to ship those out. Really do a super clean on the studio, super organized, and getting a couple of projects off my plate will definitely help in that direction. I'm also at the mercy of other people's schedules. I'm really hoping so Nicholas Gear is currently crowdfunding book 2 of The Relentless Tin Soldier. I got a piece I inked of his, some fan art he got made that I would love to sell. And as soon as that gets colored, he'll promote it. And I'll be able to show it off and sell it at that point. And that would definitely help towards bills and things I need to get done. Get some more art supplies. It's always endless. Kenny asks, you do any shows? Well, the only show I have planned is next month, which is Heroes Con, which is the 24th to the 27th, 26th, 24th, 25th, 26th. Yeah, 3 days. I'll probably be doing more shows next year because I'll have a lot more books done and out by then. But although, things may, towards the end of the year, shift where I can do a show. We'll see. I got nothing planned, though. Talking more. Oh my God. It's like I always have a heart attack when you show up. It's my friend Sandy, talking more. Always good to see you. And she says, "Hi, Peter. What are you working on? It looks awesome." This is a cover for an anthology series called American Alchemist. American Alchemist has a Instagram page. You can look it up on Instagram. And it's kind of a wrestling anthology. But yeah, it's like I've done 5 covers. This is 6, and the art on all of them is amazing, and it's really been a privilege. And Kenny goes, "That looks like a nice piece. Those your pencils?" No, this is. I'm actually not sure who the penciler on this one is. If you go down, there's been 2 artists that I've done covers on, that have done the pencils on the covers. So this is either one or the other. Both names I don't recall offhand. But I'll find out. And talking more. Oh, awesome! You'll be a heroes. We'll definitely have to grab a beer. Yeah, definitely hang out for sure. Sorry to disappear, dealing with some stuff. Yep. Totally understand. We gotta chat when you're free. Miss talking with you. And yeah, I hope things. I know life has been challenging for you, and I hope things are getting better as they could be getting. But yeah, Kenny would definitely be hang out at Heroes. The only thing I expect to have done by the time Heroes comes around is Hawk in New York issue 7, which I'll be at Randy Bishop's table, code tabling with him. But yeah, if I plan any conventions, like say for next year, then I'll have Retro done. I'll have Hawk New York. I'll have hopefully like the Wildcat anthology, American Alchemist anthology. What else? Me and Aletha's book, which I gotta learn how to pronounce it. It's a Japanese name. It means doll, I think. It's 2 words. I know that much. I'll have a whole list. I'll update people as things get published and whatnot. I did a piece for Smokes the Fox that will be in that book. Uh-oh. Cats are pounding at my door. And Dr. Mara, sure, just message me when you're available. I'm learning Blender. Awesome. I'm hoping it will help me with environment. Where's Heroes out? It's Virginia. Where is it, Kenny? It's is that Richmond or is that I forget. It's big looking, big part of Virginia. I actually have it, I'll be driving there with Randy and he'll be driving me back here. so I don't have to worry about transportation. But I need to get myself a hotel room. Oh, my cats are pounding. Oh yeah. Nigyo. Yeah, that's part of the name. I forget what the other part is. There's actually, if you go way back on my Instagram, there's some art from it. We did a while back. But that's like, I'm really psyched to get that book done. That will be my manga style comic. What nib is that, Pete? Look, line works look great. This is a regular Hunt 102. Typical. Some people use Hunt 107. There's Hunt 107 is definitely better for like, bigger, thicker lines, but I like to use a brush. Usually I use a quill for the smaller, finer line work. I hope you have a great show. I hope so too. I'll definitely. I haven't done a show really since before the worldwide pandemic situation. So it'd just be nice to go to a show, do a few convention sketches. Not planning to do a lot of those. I'll have whatever books I'll have by then. Definitely Hawk New York. I still have some D100s Anthology Book 2 copies. I have some my Art Reps book Tragedy, copies of issue 2 with the cover I did. I think. But he'll be there too, so I don't know if he wants me. Yeah, he'll probably be okay with it. Tabling with his book as well. But mostly it'll be focused on Hawk New York. Issue 7, which would be 48-page book. There's multiple stories in it. I'm making like technically the main story. I think it's at least 20 pages. Gotta head out. Have some errands run. Just wanted to say hi. I definitely appreciate it. This piece is looking amazing. Thank you. Yeah, it's one of those artists. I believe that Dehara, that might be his name. I think both artists I worked on are guys. One passed away. I'm not sure if this is the artist who passed away. And I believe the story I'm doing in the interior is by him as well. Yeah, really happy with the covers I've been doing and the work I've been doing on them. And Chris is easy, he's like, just do your thing. So any I don't know, what do you call it? I don't know. Any challenges I think I'm facing as far as bringing the work out in the best way manner possible is just of my own mind. He showed me some colors recently from some new female colorists, I believe, that look phenomenal. It was a piece for the book, but not something I did. Just, he just wanted to see what they would do. And I said, it looks great, and if you want to have that colorist color one of the covers I did, then go right ahead. Yeah, it will be really interesting. So, yeah, I'm not sure if he has stuff he has got set up and whatnot. Not sure when he's launching, but then I'm not sure when Wildcat is launching either. I expect everything's going to happen at once for me. Everybody's schedule is going to align, and I'm going to be crazy busy. So hopefully I'll be in a place where I'm not working on 5 things at once. I could focus on crowdfunding and going on shows and all that, whatever it takes. Yeah, it's, and it was a much beloved artist. We've been losing too many of them. It's just a fact of life. Definitely take care, and we'll be in touch. Kenny's like, I've been using a brush, also a total game changer in work. I've been using a G-nib with waterproof sumo ink. Yeah, I have a bunch of brushes. I have a bunch of various sized Winsor Newton. This one I've been using lately. It's almost past its prime, but this is what I love the most, the Raphael, and that's the number 3. And as far as ink, I currently have Black Magic and Pelican. I'm mostly using Pelican. And I actually asked the internet as far as recommendations for what's a better ink, and there's something called Black Star. I think it's Dr. Martin's Black Star ink. Because I'm looking for, like, Pelican was phenomenal back in the day. It's a little watered down now, and I really wanted something better. So yeah, I got the recommendation for Black Star, and I gotta check it out. I like a matte finish to my ink. I'm a little distracted. My cat is clawing at the bathroom door. Can't do anything about that. I hear you. I know you'll be out. Just trying to stream here. Give me some point of the day where you leave me alone. Busy is a blessing. Yep. And Windsors are definitely top tier. Yeah, um, I think the quality is not as good as it once was. Where that's maybe why I'm preferring the Raphaels now more. But then you can get it's always random because making a brush is not exact science. And some brushes I get and they're total trash from the start, and other brushes can last me 6 years without going bad. It just depends. But yeah, either or works for the most part. Definitely. We've had, because it's getting warmer and the grass is now growing, we've had more lawnmowers going off, which one was going off before. And now I'm hearing a lot of plane action. We have small planes fly by. I'm not near an airport or anything. It's just, people with money have their own planes. Flying by. I think there is a small airport for small planes relatively nearby. The other side of the town I'm living in. Yeah, for those that are watching it don't know, I'm originally from New York and I'm living in a small town in Kentucky. I like it. It's a little more laid back. I got a small ass apartment at the moment, but eventually I'd like to rent a home. Who knows? Next couple of years go really well, maybe I'll buy a home. If retro takes off, takes the world by storm. I'll definitely get a home. You like to see my ink? Matte finish dries in seconds and it's waterproof. I'll definitely. I'll get a couple of different ones. I'll check it out for sure. Have you tried horsehair brushes? I have not. Dude, what is happening? Landon. Oh, just working, streaming, chatting. Same old, same old. Trying to keep the cats out of my hair while I work. Same old, same old. So one of the things I was talking about when I first started is like, this is a great cover, but it can be interpreted a lot of different ways, and there's a lot of black. There's a lot of black on black, and I'm always, when I see that, I always think halos, white lines that separate certain things from other certain things. But it's kind of adding a lot of work to what is already a busy piece. But I don't see a way around it. I don't want to do all the blacks as is because I think you would lose some of detail or some of the forms. So I'm trying to make sure to include everything. And so it goes. Okay. My cat has stopped clawing at the door, so that's always good. Gives me a moment's peace. She's usually good. Except they always want to get in my face if I just let them roam the studio. Although, most days they sleep a lot, so that's always good. So I started this month. I have to get back to it, but I started prepping my retro pages. I got to get them all done. So it's a matter of erasing them, making sure all the line work stands up, then scanning them, and I get a batch done. Once all of that is done, and Alison, who's going to be doing the flats, has confirmed that she's finished with the Wildcat story, then I'll start giving her retro pages to flat. And I'll be coloring retro, as well as being the creator, writer, inker. It'll be very 80s style coloring, straightforward, simplistic. But as I, become more and more of an artist, because I'll be drawing as well as everything else with issue 2 on. I plan to improve my skill as a penciler as well as improve my skill as a colorist. If you get the sumo, get black ink 60. 5-star. I will. I wish there was an art store in town, but either I go out of town. There's a Michael's next town over. Next town over is like 45 minutes from here by car. But most of the time I just order online. It's easier, and I get free Amazon shipping. So that's always a plus. Yeah, so the only thing meant by the title of this episode is, sort of along the lines of what I've been talking about of late is, I put myself in a real challenging spot where I do want to get a bunch of books done not everything is paying, and it's balancing everything, having a schedule that changes because I'm dealing with a lot of people. So it changes almost all the time. And everybody's schedule is different. So it's always challenging. But I'll get through this year, and next year will be amazing. And hopefully more on track of how I want to really have my schedule. Work on my book, and everything else is plus. I did want to mention that a while back that was finally posted. So I have to make sure to get the link to that and put it in the description down below with everything else. Usually I set up a stream, I already have all the links down below, but I did this on the fly, and I probably have to run after I stream. So I'll get links in there later today, maybe tomorrow. But yeah, it was an interview I did a while back. I forget the woman's name, but she was on my channel. I interviewed, talked with her. She wrote paranormal novels. Anyway, I'll get that information, put it in. And Kenny goes, nice. And he goes, you crowdfunding Retro? Yeah, so due to circumstances, I actually crowdfunded Retro on Kickstarter 2019. Now, everything would have happened already in a perfect world. Somebody asked me if I wanted to write a book series for them. And I agreed to do it, and we had a contract going and getting the details worked out. And I thought it was like 99.9% go. So I decided to do a short Kickstarter for Retro. And, it wasn't about the money, because I would have advances for all these novels that I was supposed to write. And I would have been good to go for a couple of years off of that income. But unfortunately, the kids that wanted me to do it, his wife passed away, unfortunately, and that sort of book deal never happened. So the Kickstarter for Retro, the book at this point is still not done, because I had to take on all this extra work to survive and pay bills and live. Anyway, so it's majorly delayed, but it will be out this year. And once it's in the hands of the people who pledged on Kickstarter, I will crowdfund a Indiegogo. So that will be a full campaign. Anybody who, didn't get a chance to pledge before, and I'll be doing a lot more promotion for that than, anything else. So yes, Retro will be crowdfunded again. Looking forward to getting the book done. I'm thinking, summer or early fall. Everything depends on everything. We'll see. Right now, I'm on multiple deadlines for other people. So I can't really focus that much time on it. Landon says, "Semi ink is black, but it won't flow as easily as Pelican. It has a tendency to get cloggy." And Kenny asks, "With a quill?" I mean, it's like, even with Pelican ink, I watered that down. So, you usually, like any good ink, with a quill, you'd want to water it down a bit. Because, with the quill, you're digging into the page, and it doesn't really necessarily have to be as thick black with quill work. But really, when it comes down to it, I want the thick black for when I use a brush. I'm so used to how black it comes out when I'm using a quill. I want it just as black when I use a brush. You probably can't hear it, but speaking of lawnmowers, there's one going off in the background here. I get a lot more of that out in the country. A lot more of that during the summer months. Technically, May isn't summer, but it's already getting warmer around here. Especially, today and the next couple of days, the high is 80. I think it's closer to 90 Tuesday, Wednesday. Right. Yeah, a lot of this detail. I'm sort of like mapping out edges, but when I go in with brush and really feel it out, really space it out. And now I'm surrounded by lawnmowers going off. Hopefully, I don't think the mic picks it up as much. But I got lawnmowers in the backyard and lawnmowers in the front yard. Neighbors. If I was just working here, not streaming, I would have some music playing or something to drown it out. Well, maybe it is directly in my backyard because it's pretty loud. And Kenny says, "I'm down to do some art as a tier for retro." Awesome. I'm of the mindset of I'm trying not to do alternate covers because I believe something is lost with all these alternate covers. There's no, no issue is known for any specific cover anymore, and I miss that. Even though I know it's it's a way that crowdfunders really make some money. My art rep with his book Tragedy, the first 2 issues, I think he did some ridiculous amount, like 37 covers, because they had like art contests and they had people throwing him covers. But what I've done is prints instead, so I have multiple different prints. if I'm doing anything new for the Indiegogo, it will be in merchandise. I'm doing stickers and magnets and that kind of stuff. But yeah, we'll talk, man. We'll talk. And everybody's here. Okay. Mark's here. Hey, Mark. Seeing all that red makes me want to ask, is inking only ever done in black? And have you ever thought to ink in a different color? Well, I've only inked in black. And I'm doing red line because the blue on my printer isn't working. I think it needs to be professionally cleaned. Anyway, red works as good as blue as far as, when I ink over it with black, red drops out, in an art program, and you could just see my black lines. As far as inking in a color, I mean, people have definitely inked in a color, but not like, say, you ink everything in red and then turn it to black for it to be printed. It's, if you ink in red, you could print it in red and then just do some fancy stuff with coloring and whatnot. And then we have Pops Zanzans. Hey, he says he has 4 covers of his book. The 4th is going to be awarded in fan art contest winner. Yeah, people are doing that. And Kenny says, yeah, that's what I meant as far as the art, more along the print side of things instead of variant covers. Yeah, cool. Cool. Yeah, we could talk for sure. I like your work, so I think we work well together. So there's all that jazz. So we're coming up on an hour, in 8 minutes or so. So I'll be here a little longer. Jesus Christ, the person mowing is right outside. So it goes. It's funny because I'm from New York, and yet, and I lived in every borough of New York. You would think I would be okay with noise coming from New York, but I actually like total silence. Not that I work in total silence, only occasionally when I really want to drown out noise, meaning like just a lot. There's a lot going on in my head. To have total silence kind of is soothing sometimes. But yeah, it's like with the places I lived in New York, I was fortunate where it wasn't a lot of noise going on. So, and we have Apex Comics. Apex with an X. How's it going, man? Everybody saying hello to everybody, which is always awesome. Yeah, if everybody here wants to promote anything, you can't throw links unless you're got a wrench, but you can state projects by name or people you're working with, however you want to do it. Do, do, do. Feel free, feel free. But yeah, as far as like covers go, all these alternate covers, it's like I remember the first issue of Spider-Man. I remember the first issue of Fantastic Four. You know, imagine if the first issue of Fantastic Four had 8 covers, then the cover we know as iconic wouldn't be that. So I'm trying, you know, it's not business smart. It's just, you know, creatively smart. And, you know, it's like I work from all in DC and I got a taste of the suits that worked up there and how creative was, you know, stifled by choices that the suits made. Um, and yeah, you know, it's like I want to run a business. I want to run a business that makes money, that gives me a good lifestyle and all that. But you know, the comics I want to make, a lot of it will be choices I make creatively first. And you know, if it doesn't work out and doesn't make business sense, I might have to change my mind. But uh, yeah, I'll at least give it a shot. Give it a go. Apex says, doing fine. Awesome. And Pop's got a wrench, so it is a Crowniverse anthology. Go check it out. Or you can shoot Pop's a link. He'll drop it himself. And Apex, I would promote it if Peter gives me a wrench. I have to give you a wrench after the fact. I can't do it now at the moment with my weak ass internet and weak ass computer. But I'd be happy to give you a wrench and everybody here. That page looks glorious. It's actually a cover, but thank you. Yeah, it's another one for American Alchemist, which is a upcoming anthology. I did 6 covers for it. I believe 3 of them are for the first book. 2 will be for the second book. Y'all should pick up Bleen, the 94-page black-white horror graphic novel published by Caliber Comics on Amazon. Search Bleen Comic. Landon is the artist. It's okay, Pete. No sweat. Yeah, so I guess I'll wrap it up here. If you haven't already, give this video a like. Please go on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. Well, not so much Instagram, but Facebook and Twitter is easy. Share this stream out. A lot more people watch After Effects, so you know, any traffic I can get to my channel, any more views, it's always much appreciated. I appreciate everybody who's subscribed and liked, and especially those that come into the chat and tell me what's up and say hello and all that. And yeah, we got into some good tools we use and all that, and some techniques that I implement. And you got to see some work on this glorious cover. Here, let me do a little something. Do a little close-up action. You actually see, since a lot of this is like, it almost doesn't need thickness, but you know, in the end, once I really get into filling the blacks and messing with the lines, you'll see a little more what it will finally look like. But it is a great piece, and it's rare that you see cover that is mostly black. There's enough. There's like white over here and white over there, but there's a lot more black on the cover itself. All right, everybody. I hope you have a great productive day. Trying to stream as often as I can, so I might be back tomorrow. Till then, yeah. Peace out. Enjoy. Take it easy.